Hi, my name is Sokolowski and I'm a nutritional therapist and functional medicine practitioner. This is the second and final video of a series on how to reduce your risk of age-related macular degeneration, AMD, which is the leading cause of blindness in the developed world. So if you haven't watched that first video, please do, because in that I explain why you may want to protect your eyes from blue light, and I give some very key tips on how best to do so. So DHA is also protective against AMD, so I advise eating oily fish 3 to 5 times a week. The fish needs to be wild, not farmed, because farmed fish, especially farmed salmon, can be very toxic. And it also needs to be low mercury fish. So the way to remember the low mercury fish is by the word SMASH, which stands for salmon, mackerel, but that's Atlantic mackerel, not king mackerel, anchovies, sardines and herring. Also make sure your meat is grass-fed, because the grass provides omega-3 fatty acids to balance the omega-6 fatty acids in the meat. And also you want to be avoiding the very high omega-6 oils, which are the vegetable and seed oils. So for example, sunflower, safflower, peanuts, sesame and corn oils. Now every protein in your body has a very specific shape which determines its function. If you have high blood sugar, then sugar will bind to the protein and change its shape. It will change the configuration of the atoms in the molecule. That means that the protein now becomes dysfunctional. It can't perform its original function. When a sugar binds to a protein, it forms what's called an AGE. That's an advanced glycation end product. And AGEs age you, they damage your tissues from the inside out. So AGEs have been shown to be higher in people with AMD. And AGEs also cause inflammation. This is thought to be what causes the damage to arteries and veins when there's high blood sugar in diabetes, but it also seems to drive AMD. So it's actually been estimated that 20% of people with AMD could have avoided AMD if they were to have eaten a glycemic diet lower than the median glycemic diet, i.e. if they had their blood sugar controlled just better than average, they would have avoided AMD. And it's also been shown that high glycemic diets increase the risk of AMD progressing to its advanced and more serious forms. So balancing blood sugar is vital, and I explain how to do this in detail in another video which I've linked in below. Balancing blood sugar is vital to many areas of health, as I explained in that video, so please watch that video to find out more. Now vitamin C, vitamin E and zinc also reduce your risk of AMD. Vitamin C is found in fresh fruits and vegetables. It's especially high in citrus fruits, bell peppers, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, kiwis, strawberries, cantaloupe melon and papaya, and you can also supplement with it. Vitamin E is found in green leafy vegetables, oily fish, avocado, extra virgin olive oil, nuts and seeds and egg yolks. You can supplement vitamin E. If you supplement, make sure you get all 4 forms, alpha, beta, delta and gamma, of tocopherols and ideally tocotrienols as well. Also avoid supplements with soybean oil, which can be very toxic. Now zinc is much better absorbed from animal foods than from plant foods, and good sources are meat, fish, shellfish and eggs. Vegetarians and vegans can get some zinc from nuts and seeds, but nuts and seeds are also very high in copper, and copper is antagonistic to zinc. So you want a high zinc to copper ratio, and pumpkin seeds are possibly the best vegetarian or vegan source rather of zinc, because it has a higher zinc to copper ratio. However, vegans and vegetarians may still want to supplement 15 milligrams of zinc a day. Also beneficial to reduce risk of AMD are the B vitamins B6, B12 and folate. These vitamins reduce homocysteine. Homocysteine is a marker of cardiovascular disease risk, and it's also been found to be elevated in AMD, and even more elevated in the more serious wet form of AMD. You really want to avoid folic acid found in cheap supplements. Folic acid is a form of folate that the body finds difficult to use. Many people have genetics that makes it extra difficult for them to use the folic acid, and it ends up forming unmetabolized folic acid, which is harmful to the body. And the folic acid also binds to folate receptors, so you don't absorb the natural folates from food that you need into your cells. So it's best to get a form of folate known as 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate, that's 5-MTHF, or alternatively folinic acid. B12 is best in the form of methylcobalamin for this purpose, and B6 is probably best in the form of P5P, that's pyridoxal 5-phosphate. So good supplement companies will offer B complexes with these forms of B vitamins in them, so you can use those. Or you can get vitamin B12 from animal produce. Folate you can get from green leafy vegetables, beans, eggs, berries, citrus fruit, organic liver, asparagus, broccoli and avocado. Avocado is also a good source of vitamin B6, but better sources are spinach, cabbage, bell peppers, turnip greens and cauliflower. So these vitamins will help reduce homocysteine and reduce your risk of AMD. Now, bilberries also provide polyphenols that are protective, which are also found in blueberries, and cranberries and grape skin polyphenols and grapeseed extract have all been shown to be beneficial to reduce risk of AMD. So all these polyphenols work in the body by increasing antioxidant production. So it's likely that eating a wide range of brightly coloured, deeply coloured vegetables and fruits, so eating from the different colour groups every day, will provide you with a wider range of polyphenols which will protect you against AMD. I explain how to do this in more detail in a post I've linked in below called The Colours That Heal You, Eat the Rainbow. The thing to remember about this though is I'm not suggesting eating more than 2 small portions of fruit a day, because this can unbalance your blood sugar, which will be counterproductive for AMD. Also beneficial are extra virgin olive oil, curcumin and other curcuminoids from turmeric, and also carnosic acid from rosemary. Finally, exercise can be beneficial. Now, exercise works by creating a bit of oxidative stress in your body, and this causes your body to ramp up its antioxidant production, which provides some of the benefits of exercise, and that's probably the benefit that is helping reduce risk of AMD. However, if you exercise too vigorously, your antioxidant defences will be overpowered by the high levels of oxidative stress in your body, and one study has in fact shown that vigorous exercise can increase the risk of AMD, although further evidence is needed to really verify this. So to summarise, to reduce your risk of AMD, follow the tips in my previous video. Eat oily fish 3 to 5 times a week, but it should be wild, not farmed fish, and it should be low mercury fish, which you remember by the word smash: salmon, mackerel but not king mackerel, anchovies, sardines and herring, and make sure your meat is grass-fed, and avoid vegetable and seed oils like sunflower, safflower, corn, sesame and peanuts. Balance blood sugar, as I explain in another video that I've linked in below. This is really vital. Get plenty of vitamin C from fresh fruits and vegetables or as supplements. The best sources are citrus fruits, bell peppers, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kiwis, strawberries, cantaloupe melon and papaya. Get plenty of vitamin E from green leafy vegetables, avocados, egg yolk, oily fish, nuts and seeds and extra virgin olive oil, or from a supplement that includes alpha, beta, delta and gamma forms of tocopherols and ideally tocotrienols as well, and one that does not contain soybean oil, which can be toxic. Get zinc from animal produce, such as eggs, meat, fish and shellfish. If you're vegetarian or vegan, you can get some from nuts and seeds, especially pumpkin seeds, but you may want to supplement 15 milligrams of zinc a day. B vitamins are helpful: folate, B12 and B6 in the forms of 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate, that's 5-MTHF or folinic acid for the folate, avoiding folic acid, in the form of methylcobalamin for the B12, and also pyridoxal 5-phosphate P5P for the B6. Also helpful are bilberries, blueberries, cranberries and grapes. And in general, it's likely that eating from all the different colours every day of deeply coloured vegetables will provide more polyphenols and thus more antioxidant protection. And I explain how to do this in a post linked in below, The Colours That Heal You, Eating the Rainbow. Also, extra virgin olive oil, turmeric and rosemary are beneficial. Finally, remember to regularly exercise, but in moderation. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video.